And yeah, let's go ahead and switch on over to the tier list right here. All right, here we go. So here's the tier list that I have ready to go for you guys today. This is a Ninjago dragons tier list. As you can see, we have all of the dragons here. I guess all of them. We do have some core dragons in here, so I assume this is all of them, if not most of them. This was not made by myself. Credit where credit's due. This was made by the BCC crew, so, you know, shout out to them, I suppose, for making this tier list a possibility. I just searched Ninjago on tiermaker.com, found this one, thought it could be fun to do. So yeah, just sit back, just relax for a little bit, and you can watch as we rank some Ninjago dragons. For the tiers, we have obviously the S to F scale, S being the best, F being the worst, obviously. But let's go ahead and get started here by taking a look at the Earth Dragon. So obviously we are ranking these based off of how they appear in set form, so keep that in mind as well. The Earth Dragon set I never actually owned. I was never a fan of how it did not have wings, but then again, it's a pretty good design, I'd say. Like, Rocky's pretty cool. I'd say B tier for the original Earth Dragon. Again, my biggest complaint is that it does not have wings. The original Fire Dragon is pretty cool, actually. I like it a lot. It's pretty much the standard dragon. I'm going to say A tier for that. It's a pretty cool design for the original Fire Dragon, I will say. But as I said, it's pretty much the bare bones basic dragon that you could have possibly made. Like, the most unoriginal dragon ever. But it's definitely not bad. I do like the wings. I like the fire tail. The colors are quite nice. I never really had that dragon either because it came in the Fire Temple set, which I was never able to afford as a young child. Let's move on to the Ice Dragon. We're going to be moving through these fairly quickly because we have a lot to get through here. There's quite a few dragons. So let's move on to the Ice Dragon, the original Ice Dragon attack. I did have this one. This was the only one of the original dragons that I actually had. And as dragons go, it's okay. It's kind of small, though. I'm thinking B tier, just because I'm not a huge fan of how small it is, but I'll put it above Rocky. Moving on, though, to the Lightning Dragon. This one I wanted when I was younger. As I mentioned in previous videos and streams, Jay was my favorite ninja back when Ninjago first started, and as such, I wanted the Lightning Dragon, because to me, the Lightning Dragon is fantastic. I'm actually going to say S tier for the original Lightning Dragon. Never ended up owning that set, but the Lightning Dragon is huge. It has 4 legs and 2 wings. Really good colors in my opinion. The actual build of the dragon is quite nice. I'm going to say S tier for that original Lightning Dragon set. Let's move on though to the Ultra Dragon, the original Ultra Dragon. This was another set that I desperately wanted because by the time Season 1 came out and all of the affiliated sets came out too, I really wanted the Green Ninja Dragon because, you know, I liked the Green Ninja. The original Ultra Dragon is not too bad. I like the colors, I like the heads. I'm going to say A tier for the original Ultra Dragon. I'll probably put it above Flame. How about that? I liked the original Ultra Dragon for what it was. The Legacy remake, in my opinion, doesn't really do it much justice in terms of a design. I really enjoy the original Ultra Dragon. I think that's the better one in my opinion. The original Golden Dragon is also fantastic in my opinion. I'm going to say A tier for this dragon too. Probably going to put it above the Ultra Dragon. I like the original Golden Dragon a lot. Don't have it anymore, though, because I ended up selling that set off a while ago. Sold it to buy a new Ninjago set or something. I forget what I sold it to buy. But yes, I don't have it anymore. My biggest complaint with the original Golden Dragon is the legs. Not a big fan of how the legs went together. Otherwise, everything else on this original Golden Dragon is fantastic, in my opinion. Moving on to the Nindroid Mech Dragon. This dragon is... this dragon's fantastic. I'm going to say S tier for the Nindroid Mech Dragon. I'll probably put it above the Lightning Dragon. I did have the Nindroid Mech Dragon, and I thought it was really good. The only thing that I didn't really care for about that set, the original Nindroid Mech Dragon, was that to put it on my shelf, I had to stand it up on its hind legs because it was simply too big to go on the shelf. But otherwise, you know, S tier for me. I really like the original, or not the original, the only Nindroid Mech Dragon. Yeah, I like it a lot. S tier for me. What is this thing? Is this the dragon that came in the final flight of the Destiny's Bounty? It's a weird, like, a ghost dragon wyvern thing. I'm going to say C tier for that one. I remember this dragon. I remember building it. The head shape kind of threw me off, and you know, the articulation wasn't really good either on this random weird little ghost dragon. I'd say C tier for this little one. I forget what set it came out in. I'm thinking the final flight, but someone should fact check me on that because I'm not certain. Next, let's move on to the Master Wu Dragon here. The Master Wu Dragon. I really liked this dragon a lot, especially the head. I'm going to say S tier for this thing as well. I'll put it above the Lightning Dragon over here. I like how they built that head. I love the mustache being used, or being built with Unikitty tails. I really enjoyed that. The Creation Dragon. Yes. I also liked the wings. These golden pieces were super cool. The dragon itself is pretty nice. I like the legs on it. Overall, the build for the dragon is fantastic. One of the better Ninjago dragons in the early years, in my opinion. I'm going to say S tier for the Master Wu Dragon, as I said. Moving on to the, what's next? We have this weird dragon. I have no idea what this is. It doesn't really look like anything that's official. Does anybody know what this is? Otherwise, I'm going to be putting it in the F tier, simply because I do not know what this dragon is. The Morrow Dragon. Is this the... Yes, this is the original Morrow Dragon. I liked this dragon a lot. It was never really my favorite dragon, though. I think I'm going to say A tier for the Morrow Dragon. I liked the shape of it. It kind of looked like a very curvy dragon, kind of like one of those old school dragons that you would see all the time in like older movies and whatnot. It looked awesome. I really liked the shape of it. I also liked the colors with the dark blue, the green, the red. It looks cool. I also really enjoy the wings. Unfortunately, I never ended up getting the Morrow Dragon. I never really had any interest in grabbing it. I kind of regret not buying it though to this day. This is another one of those really weird polybag sets, a ghost dragon polybag. Doesn't really look super exciting, so I'll say D tier. Some of these smaller dragons are very much hit or miss. Some of them are really good, some of them are really not. But I'm going to say D tier for this small little ghost dragon, or not unknown. I'm just going to say polybag. Yeah, polybag tier. And we'll put the polybags in there. I'm not super big on this polybag personally. It's alright, but, you know. It's probably other things that I enjoy a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to say polybag tier. If I feel like a polybag dragon is worth putting on the tier list, I will put it on the tier list. But as of right now, yeah, I do like the idea of making, you know, just a regular polybag tier for the polybag dragons. Moving on to the Titanium Dragon here. This guy, I actually really like. The Titanium Dragon for me is also going to go in A tier, but I'm going to put it above... the Ultra Dragon. I really like the Titanium Dragon a lot. I like the silver color on it. I like the white coloring. Again, the dragon head being a built-up thing instead of like a large rubberized piece. Awesome in my opinion. I love how they did that. Again, this set also includes Titanium Zane. Can't really go too wrong with that. I like it a lot. I feel like I like it more than some other people. But yeah, I'd say A tier for the Titanium Dragon. This dragon for Cole was very weird. It was very awkward when it came out. I didn't like it all that much, but I still bought it. I will say C tier, but I'll put it above this weird ghost dragon. This little dragon for Cole is alright, you know? It just felt kind of weird coming out alongside other dragons, like this J dragon down here. Same wave. Not really sure why they decided to promote such a small dragon. Doesn't really make much sense for me, but I'll say C tier. This dragon, the weird Lloyd NRG dragon. You know what? I'm going to say B tier. I'll put it at the very bottom of B tier, though. I like the wings. The build is kind of awkward, though. The head looks really weird on this thing. I do like the two tails. I did have this set back in the day, but I ended up selling it because at the end of the day, the dragon was just a little bit too strange for me, personally. Was never really a big fan of the NRG Lloyd Dragon, at least in terms of a set. Moving on to the J Electro Dragon, or whatever it was called. I forget what this set was actually known as. I'm going to say B tier for this thing too, but I'll put it at the very front of B tier. This J Dragon I like a lot, but I really don't like that head. I think the head is quite ugly. Kind of looks like a bulldog in my opinion, and I am not a big fan of how that looks at all. That's really my only problem with the actual set itself, is that head. Otherwise, I really liked the dragon itself. The body looked nice. It looked like a J dragon. This Kai dragon was another polybag, putting it in the polybag tier. It's just another one of those small little dragons, not really worth talking about. This Ninjago movie version of Lloyd's dragon is another polybag. Again, it's like a miniature version. Gonna put that in the polybag tier as well. Again, these polybag sets, I like how he made an actual tier for them because I don't really see them stacking up very well against the other boys. But the actual Green Ninja Mech Dragon itself, I like a lot. This is easily one of my favorite Ninjago dragons. S tier for me. I'll put it above the Master Wu Dragon. Probably not going to put it above the Nindroid Mech Dragon though, but I do think this dragon is pretty sweet looking in terms of a design. Lloyd's green ninja mech dragon from the Ninjago movie. Fantastic dragon. The fusion dragon between Kai and Nia came out in what? The Dragon's Forge set? It's alright. I'm gonna say B tier, but I'll put it at the very top of B tier. How about that? Here's my thing about this dragon. I don't like how each of the heads are identical. I'm not really a big fan of that. Obviously, the colors are kind of swapped around a little bit, but from what I remember, the heads are pretty much the exact same build. Otherwise, the colors are really cool. I like how the red sort of changes to the other side. Same with the Azure Blue. They kind of start off on one side, end on the other side. I like that a lot. I also like the wings. It's just not my favorite build overall. It almost feels like a little lazy, in my opinion. Here's another polybag. Gonna put this in the polybag tier. Don't really recognize it all that much. Probably a Ninjago hunted dragon or something. This dragon, what, came out in the dragon pit for Ninjago hunted? I'm going to say C tier for this dragon, but I'll put him at the very top of C tier. I'm not really familiar with the build of this dragon. It just looks a little weird just from looking at it right here. Never ended up getting the Dragon's Pit set as well. But I'll say C tier for this weird looking dragon. Not really too familiar with him or how he operates, what exactly his deal is. Moving on though to Firstborn. I think everybody can agree that the Firstborn dragon is a fantastic build. S tier for me, putting it above the Master Wu Dragon. Unfortunately for me, I do not own the Firstborn dragon, nor have I ever owned the Firstborn dragon, but I do want her because she looks fantastic. I love the colors, I love the head build as well. The wings look amazing. It just looks like a big royal dragon in my opinion. Looks fantastic. Can't really say too much else about the Firstborn dragon. Moving on to the, what is this, Stormbringer? I'm going to be honest with you guys, I was never a big fan of Stormbringer. I'm going to put Stormbringer in the C tier, but I'll put him at the very top of the C tier. I know some people absolutely love this dragon. To me personally, it always just looked super weird. I kind of preferred this version of Jay's dragon right here, but then again, that dragon had an ugly head too. Same deal with this guy. Stormbringer, I am not a big fan of personally, and I apologize to any Stormbringer fans out there. Here we have a Legacy Kai Dragon polybag, sticking it in the polybag tier. Another Legacy Kai, huh? Epic. The Legacy Golden Dragon, I enjoy quite a bit, actually. I think it's better than the original. I'm going to say S tier, but I'm only going to put it right there because I think these dragons are better than this one. Biggest issue with the Legacy Golden Dragon, again, the legs just suck. I don't know why that's a recurring theme for the Golden Dragons, having terrible leg design, but yeah, same problem here. Otherwise, I like the smaller, more defined Golden Dragon. Sometimes smaller is in fact better, and I think this is very much a case of that. The original Golden Dragon is much more inferior than the Legacy version, which I think is a lot better in my opinion. Boreal, the Ice Dragon, I actually like a lot. I don't own him, but I like him quite a bit. I'll say A tier. How about that? I'll put him right there, though. That's a good spot for him. I like the colors, just looking at it right here. I like the colors. I like the head. I have looked into how that head is built. It looks fantastic. I like the wings, as I said. Looks very much like an ice dragon, probably better than the original ice dragon attack. But Boreal, again, I do not own him. Never got the set with Boreal in it. Ultra Dragon from Legacy. Gonna be honest, don't like it all that much. C tier. I'll put it right here. I'll put it right there. Don't like the way that the heads are built. The heads look ugly. The wings look pretty terrible. I prefer the original, honestly. I think this is a case of Legacy doing worse than the original, in my humble opinion. So C tier for me for the Legacy Ultra Dragon. What is this? The Unagami Dragon. Also not really a big fan of that. It just looked really weird, really awkward. I'm going to say C tier for this thing too. I'll probably put it above Stormbringer though, because I like the colors a little bit more on this Unagami Dragon. But yeah, not my favorite, man. I like the feet, but that's about it, you know? Not my favorite dragon ever. Don't really have much to say about it. Never got it. Never bothered to get it. I don't really care about it too much. C tier. Jay's Cyber Dragon. Same deal. Don't care about it. Never got it. Looked interesting, but the colors were a little bland. C tier for this guy too. I'll put him below Stormbringer. I like Stormbringer a little bit more than this dragon right here. D tier is deserted. I'm sure we'll get to a D tier pretty quick here, don't you worry. F Forgot that thing existed. F for forgettable. This Legacy Kai Dragon is awful. It's a junior set, so should go without saying. Yeah, not a fan of it. F tier. Griefbringer. I think Griefbringer is pretty cool, actually. Never ended up getting him, though, but I will say he is a pretty cool skeleton dragon. I'll say B tier. I'll put him above the Lloyd NRG dragon. I think Griefbringer is a fine dragon, personally. Again, I like the skeleton dragon design. Not too crazy about the wings, though. The wings kind of look a little full for a skeleton dragon. Maybe they should have gone with wings similar to some of these original dragons. Would have provided a much more skeletal look. But hey, whatever works, I guess, right? Griefbringer is B tier for me. I do have this, the Wooz Battle Dragon, which I will rank pretty quick as an A tier dragon. I love the Wooz Battle Dragon, not gonna lie. I will put him above the Morrow Dragon. That's how much I like him. That's sure to ruffle some jimmies there. Yeah, A tier for the Wooz Battle Dragon. It's chompy. I like him a lot. I like the wings. Look fantastic. I like it a lot. Ooh, yes, good stuff. Kai's Legacy Dragon. I'm going to say S tier for this guy, too. I'll probably put him below the Master Wu Dragon, though. The only problem that I have with this Kai Dragon is the arms. I don't know why they made the arms this way. It's really awkward to pose it sometimes. Sometimes it's hard to get a decent pose that's not a flying pose. But I will say, having a Legacy version of Flame was a fantastic idea. S tier for my opinion. I do think that we need the rest of the Legacy Dragons at some point. Please, LEGO. Please make it happen. Zippy, the Jungle Dragon. A lot of you guys wanted me to talk about Zippy. Here we go, folks. Let's rank Zippy. D tier. No, just kidding. Nah, just kidding. Zippy's S tier. Zippy is S tier. I'll put him above the... I'll do that. How about that? That's a good spot for Zippy, yeah. Zippy, I love the build. I love the colors, especially teal, orange, pink, very tropical in nature. I love the head as well. He's just a big dog. He's a big puppy. We gotta love Zippy, right? The Overlord Dragon, pretty good. Not great, though. I'll say A tier for the Overlord Dragon, but I'll do that. How about that? I think the Overlord Dragon scales really well with the Golden Dragon here for Legacy. I am very happy that we actually have an Overlord Dragon. Unfortunately, it's not perfect. I think that head sculpt could have been done up a little better. Maybe made that a little bit more show accurate. That would have been awesome to see. The wings are also kind of awkward, but overall, the dragon itself is a fine dragon. The Water Dragon, I do not have, but from what I've seen, it's very good to a lot of people. I will say A tier as well, but I'll put it above the Overlord Dragon. Again, I do not own the Water Dragon, but it looks fantastic. I think the wings are a little bit too small, though, for my own liking. Is it just me, or are the wings just a little too small, a little too short, a little too stubby? Otherwise, fantastic. Almost looks like butterfly wings to an extent. I'd say A tier for the Water Dragon, or Nia's Water Dragon, or whatever. But A tier, I think, is a good spot to put it right now. Now we get to, well, first of all, let's just rank this thing. I have no idea what this is. A Junior's Dragon, that can go in the D tier. That belongs in the D tier for sure. I think the Fire Dragon is just a little bit more insulting than this guy, though. Now let's move on to Ninjago Core. The 3 dragons from Core. Jay's Thunder Dragon Evo. I'd say C tier for this guy. I'll put him right there. How about that? That's a good spot for him. I do have that dragon. It's pretty good. I like the colors. Again, just very basic, very simple. It's a small set, so nothing too crazy. C tier for Jay's Thunder Dragon Evo. Kai's Fire Dragon Evo is a little bit better than Jay's. I'm going to say C tier, though, still. I'll put it right there. I think that's a good spot for Kai's Fire Dragon Evo. A lot better than Jay's in my opinion. It's like that extra step up, but still not as good as some of these other dragons that we have higher on the list in my opinion. And finally, the Lloyd's Legendary Dragon. You already know. It's getting S tier. I love this dragon. I'm going to put it right there, I think. Only second to the Nindroid Mech Dragon, which I still think is the best Ninjago dragon of all time. But the Lloyd's Legendary Dragon got pretty close. Not gonna lie there. But that'll pretty much do it for the dragon tier list. So let's go back to the regularly scheduled stream here and wrap things up because we are almost out of time.